classic first battle between the lion and the rhino. If you are not mighty in the grasslands, you will not be afraid of a single species. When the sun began to rise over the steppe, the strong still had to think of ways to hunt and kill their prey quickly. Some large herbivores get along peacefully, but are not very safe around notorious carnivores, including lions. The lion is a king, ruling a large area, so unfortunate things can catch its eye, and it will receive an extremely tragic result. But there is a species with thick skin. They are good swimmers and loves places with cool water that do not mind lions. A species that is usually solitary and sometimes burying deep into the rainforest canopy to keep a few disturbances as possible. That species is none other than the rhino. The confrontation between lions and rhinos in the grassland sometimes happens and attracts a lot of attention. If you are interested and love videos about the animal world, then don't forget to follow, like and comment and share to support. And now, let's go to the vast grasslands to see what are about to happen. Prairie kings often like to live in groups, and they often assign hunting tasks to their females. The dominant male does not usually hunt, but enjoys the results more than the others. He will take up more meat and take that as a default. Of course, the lions in the herd must obey it, and its cubs must also be wary because male lions do not like to be close to their cubs. In contrast to the herd's lifestyle of lions, rhinos are solitary species, and they only find each other during the mating season. The female rhino will be pregnant for 16 months, and the cubs will stay with her until the age of 3. It seems the rest of a baby rhino's journey will be without its mother by its side. The rhino species currently exist in very limited numbers, with 5 species, including 3 species in Asia and 2 species in Africa. The white rhino is the largest species. The skin of a rhinoceros is about 4 centimeters thick, and both males and females have horns of about 30 centimeters long. This horn can help it defend itself against daredevils who want to attack and can only damage any species that dares to come close to an adult rhino at about 3 tons. It is almost the size of an adult elephant. However, rhinos and elephants live peacefully together on the same territory. Only lions do not ignore the peaceful life of the rhinos and often want to eat them. Lions can easily take down an antelope, but buffalo is a different story. Even strong buffaloes are hard to knock down, unless it is a buffalo stuck in a pile of mud and it is getting dry and thick from the heat. The female lion is an expert hunter and will come to probe and bite the buffalo's nostrils until it dies. Death was now foretold, but during the days trapped in mud, he still waited for some small glimmer of hope that could save his life. Now, every piece of its flesh had been ripped from its body. The lion thinks it can do the same to the rhino. Perhaps that is why many encounters with rhinos squirming in the lake, lions often probe and find ways to approach. The rhinoceros is not gentle. Even though it is a vegetarian, its food is grass. Sometimes it eats both leaves and fruit. Although it knew the intentions of the lion flirting around, it did not rush to fight back, and it was still using all its strength to get to shore. Rhinos often use their horns and claws to stir up the mud in the water, so the holes are still not the problem for it, and it also often takes mud baths as a way to cool down and remove the parasites that often persist on its body. If there is a species that is brutal when it comes to killing its enemies, it is the lion. Lions never give their prey a complete death. Many species in the ocean even open their mouths wide to swallow their prey. but for the lord of all species, it will deal with it in every rough and fierce way. The lions, when trying to approach the rhinoceros, still believe that it can use its teeth and claws to hurt the animal. The skin of an adult rhino is extremely thick, and only baby rhinos have sensitive skin. So subduing to a rhinoceros and letting it lie motionless and eat its devouring flesh remains a challenge even for adult lions. Sometimes the snarling commander is easily counterattacked and turns to run away. When all three lionesses aim at the same rhinoceros on the shore, rhinos are also very calmly directing the attacks towards each one. It immediately took the initiative and turned the situation around in an unsuspected way. This success has dealt a pretty big psychological blow to the lions. Originally, thinking that he was a powerful hunter, suddenly he was no much smaller than an adult rhino, that the lion seemed wobbly. And the three lions no longer tried to get close to the huge rhino, and it seemed to understand the current situation. Attacking would not bring any benefit, but could only cause it to be injured under the 30-centimeter long horn and the ferocious attacking power of a giant rhinoceros. Like there is anonymity passed down from generation to generation, and one day, when the lion was wandering alone, he met a rhinoceros, and the rhino seems to have been waiting for this day for a long time. So it is determined to chase the lion, and it crossed the small grass to be able to catch up with the enemy. The lion realizes the threat is very close, and it is only strong when it is with its herd. So it tries to run as fast as possible. The faster it accelerates, the faster the rhino behind chases it. In this case, the rhino is the one who takes the initiative to attack. It must have suffered from grief and repression for a long time before being attacked by lions on the council. Surrounded from many sides, so today it decided to live and die like that. But after chasing for a while, it also gave up because the lion really used up all its speed and ran very fast. When it comes to the ability to run and jump, the lion is also one of the species that master the skill because it also specializes in hunting lips. Sometimes there are big missions, and it also combines many other skills to be able to successfully capture and handle their prey. Notorious in the grasslands, and one of those species that no one dares to provoke. When alone in the midst of a vast territory, it can also become the subject of attack. Rhinos don't like to have anything to do with the species of a cat family. But sometimes, the time when the lion accidentally angers it and makes it suddenly more reckless and aggressive than ever. The brazen and unyielding before a man who is calculating. As intelligent as a lion, it's sometimes a powerful weapon that helps it escape attacks from many sides of the enemy. The number of rhinos today is very rare, and they are also the main species living in protected areas. Some of them are in danger of extinction due to poaching and human encroachment, waiting to appropriate rhino horns for commercial purposes. For the rhino species to only exist in myth or legend for the future generations, it requires a lot of efforts and joint protection from the community. It is an animal that has a lot of interesting things for us to learn and study, especially when it is in dangerous situations. Standing in front of the sharp claws and fangs of a lion, it still shows how resilient and brave it is. Hopefully, with the information shared about the classic battle between the lion and the rhinoceros, you will love and want to discover more interesting things from the animal world. So good day, and see you in the next video.